Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Happy Monday. Yes, sir. Another drive time freaking video. Good morning. Good morning to you. So, yeah, I'm going to try and do this before the heat gets to it, before my phone slips off the thing because of the freaking massive heat. Crazy time to be an early adopter in this new asset class. That is the digital asset space. I gotta tell you, it is a cray time to be an early adopter in this new asset class. That is the digital asset space. Listen to a show called by Robert Breedlove. I feel like he was a health and fitness guy at one time. But anyway, he was interviewing the CEO from Marathon Mining Company. Mara is the ticker symbol. I don't know if it's called Maritime Digital or Maritime Mining. Marathon Mining, to be honest with you. But anyway, that CEO over there is a really smart dude. Really smart guy. And I just got to tell you, I think it's so massively important for us as digital asset holders that we pop our, especially for the XRP community, we pop our head outside of the XRP bubble and take a look around. What else is going on? Gather some different perspectives for what's going on in the digital asset space. Hugely important. You know, guys, I share on my live streams that I've been on. You know, I decided to do that a few months back. Originally, I was listening to the Pomplianos and the Yuskos of the world. Just like, why are they on this Bitcoin thing? Why are they on this Bitcoin thing? Why are they on the Bitcoin thing? So I had enough of that, you know. You know, that what's the other, the Pantera guy as well. So I did a lot of that, and then I said, you know, let me gain some other perspectives, and who could I take a listen to? Who could I gather some information to? It started out with Raw Paul, and it ended up really with just including Raw, people who came into the space that were hugely successful before they came into the digital asset space. And what were they doing? What were they buying? What are they looking at? What are they saying? Right? So it became Raoul Paul and Fred Krueger and Anthony Scaramucci and Dan Tapiero and lately Gary Cardone and the CEO from Marathon. Again, I don't know if it's Marathon Digital, Marathon Mining, I don't know. But you know, the ticker symbol, it's a mining company, ticker symbol is MARA. Just for perspective. And what I'm seeing is a lot of smart people with some years behind them. Why is the years behind them important? Because they know ups and downs. They know what good and bad looks like. They know what right and wrong looks like, because they've been there. It's amazing sometimes who we're listening to. I find it fascinating at times that people don't take a step back and evaluate who they're listening to. Like, it's hugely important. And here's the thing that I would definitely say: if you're listening to someone who is not on a journey of learning, who think that they know it all, that can be detrimental. I've seen people, content creators in this space, XRP content creators in this space, throw shade, crap on the likes of Raoul Paul and Anthony Scaramucci, for example, as those guys not knowing what they're talking about. Again, got to be careful listening to the thousandaires throwing shade on millionaires. I saw an XRP content creator throw shade on a billionaire because of the billionaire's choice of assets. And you have to think, how does that make sense? I started listening to people who figured out after decades how to create a net worth in tens of millions to hundreds of millions of dollars, right? Learn how to get it, and then learn how to keep it, and then come into the digital asset space. And their asset portfolio is a makeup of Bitcoin only, Bitcoin and Ethereum and gold, or Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. I've seen them put 80 to 90% of their net worth, liquid net worth, in those assets. Either a combination thereof, or just Bitcoin, or just Ethereum, or just Solana. It's an interesting thing when you think about it, when you take a look at it. And don't you owe it to yourself to find out why? Don't you owe it to yourself to find out why? And ask yourself, why not Cardano? Like, why not Hedera Hashgraph? I mean, why not Algorand? Right? Why not Mantra? Why not Mantle? Why not Sui? Why not Near Protocol? These are all awesome blockchains with awesome technology. Right? Right? Are we suggesting that these net worth of these tens of millions of net worth to 100 million of net worth don't know what they're talking about, or don't know what they're doing? What's their choice, and why that choice? Is it about risk mitigation? Is it about portfolio risk management? What is it? What is causing them to make those kind of decisions? Don't you owe it to yourself to find out why that is? Doesn't mean you have to make the same choices that they've made, but don't we owe it to ourselves to find out why? I say on the channel all the time on my live streams, know your teachers. I gather that from a guy who has a net worth in the tens of millions, who said it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, and gold and silver is where he's putting his wealth. Is where he's dollar cost averaging in every single week and every single month. I thought, isn't that interesting? This is a guy who made his money in real estate and then ventured into oil. And he said Bitcoin, Ethereum, gold, and silver. Mainly Bitcoin, Ethereum, and gold. I said, that's fascinating. Guy established this wealth before he got into digital asset space, and this is his choices. Interesting. I still believe, and I say this all the time, that my mentor used to say to me all the time, sometimes your greatest strength can be some of your greatest weaknesses. Sometimes your greatest strength can be your greatest weakness. And I think that one of the great strengths that we have is the crazy bull runs. I mean, crazy. The multiples are crazy. And the greatest weakness can be those crazy bull runs. I believe, this is just me, Crypto C's personal thing, is we lost our way when the 2017, 2018 bull run happened. We lost our way, became enamored with alt, and forgot about the mantra that we used to have. It used to be this thing in the digital asset space back in, again, I got it in late 2016, early 2017. It used to be, you know, the reason why we're getting these altcoins is so we can get more Bitcoin. That used to be the thing back in the day. YouTubers used to say that all the time. And then it just, that 2017, that 2018 thing happened, and people just stopped saying it. People stopped talking about it. But yet, the people with 9-figure net worths and 8-figure net worths come into the space, and they put their net worth in the Bitcoin, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and Solana. Combination thereof, or just one of those. I thought that was interesting. I do find it also interesting. Most people who like Ethereum, they still do Bitcoin Ethereum. They don't generally do just Ethereum, which is interesting. It's interesting. I got reminded about the year-over-year return that just for Bitcoin that just flipped from 100% to 40 to 50%. I got reminded of that by these 8-figure and 9-figure net worth people. Make me think. Just caused me to think some more. I said, what's going on? Why are they doing it? So in any case, it's very, very fascinating. Very, very fascinating to see that. And again, for me, I'm just leaving you guys with some, food for thought. Some definite food for thought. I know that the narratives have been for XRP is, wait for this thing to happen, wait till this thing happens, wait till this thing kicks in, And I would just ask those who especially have been around since 2017. How are things looking for you? Right? And I remember I asked this on the stream, and one of the people started putting in the chat, said, yeah, but the SEC, and yeah, utility hadn't kicked in yet, and yeah, when we get these regulations. And I said to the person, I said, well, yeah, but can you just, I'm asking you, what is the numbers? Like, what does the wallet look like inside? That used to be something my mentor used to say to me. He says, tell me how you're doing, and you start telling me about needing more regulation and waiting for utility to kick in. He said, that's a story. I don't want a story. I want to know what your numbers look like after being invested in this space since 2017. What's it look like? What's the value? What has been your year-over-year return on the assets that you hold? First of all, do you know the numbers? And then, are you good with those numbers? And then, if you're not good, what can we do to improve those numbers? Not the story. What are the numbers? Tell me about your year-over-year return. What's the value of the assets you hold? Tell me about the year-over-year return. And are you good with those numbers? Something to consider, especially if you've been in since 2017. Especially. Some people didn't get into this space until 2022. Just a couple of years. I would still encourage you to look at your numbers. Got to be honest with ourselves, right? We're not here to brag about technology. Are we? Are we here to brag about technology? To brag about utility? Or are we here to create net wealth and possibly generational wealth? To create wealth and generational wealth. Oh, that's cool. Happy 18th birthday. I don't know about that. Nice. Right? That's why we're here, I think. But in any case, interesting. I some food for thought, something to ponder, fam. Something to ponder. I love you guys. Something to ponder, something to consider, something to take a look at. By the way, I encourage you to do some. One of the things that can help with your numbers is go to Into the Cryptoverse.com. Website's free. You can go on there and use this thing called DCA strategy. I think once you get there, you just go to tools, mouse over tools, and you'll see DCA strategy. It's free to use. And you can put 100, you can put in the amount, you can put in the dates of a dollar cost average strategy. You can do it weekly, you can do it monthly. And you can evaluate what would have been your net worth. What would have been the value of your assets if you did a DCA strategy? And the reason why I say to do it is because it'll help you track assets that have been returning, because it'll give you a PL on there as well as the value, the total value. It'll give you a profit loss from 2017 till 2024. It'll give you a P&L, and then it'll help to establish, help you determine what the year over year would have been if you would have dollar cost average and held. Most people are holding their XRP. Most people are buying dips of XRP. So that's buying and holding it, right? Put it in XRP at $100 a month, or $200 a month, or $400 a month, or $500 a month. Find out what that would look like PL for you. And are you good with that? Put in Bitcoin, put it in Ethereum, put in Solana. Pick one of those which you believe to be ISO 20022 tokens. See what you get. Check the numbers. Because it's not the story of the world reserve currency. It's not the story of utility kicking in. It's about the numbers. Isn't it? It's about the numbers. Listening to Crypto Eddie and who was it? The Bearable Blow earlier today. Yes, I listened to it yesterday. Interesting interview. Very interesting. Amazing to see the people throwing shade at Eddie. I don't understand it. I don't get it. People are so fascinated by confirmation bias instead of looking at the reality of the situation and being adult, learning to become a sophisticated investor. That would be awesome. Imagine if we could all become better, sophisticated investors instead of just retail investors and gambling. Imagine if we could do that. That would be really, really cool. I'm on that journey. I invite you to come hang out with us on that journey. It'll be a cool hang. I promise you that. It will be a cool hang. But it was interesting, very, very interesting interview. I would go over this Flare Networks news that I heard. It's not about Flare. It's about somebody did a really, really long post about the vulnerability in these bridges, and these interoperability things like Layer 0 and Stargate. It was interesting. Someone asked about it in the thread and tagged Hugo and tagged Mickey B. Fresh. But yeah, it was an interesting thread. I'll cover it on a video or a live stream that I'll do later today. Very, very interesting. Well, the numbers for the market is just kind of what it is. Bitcoin's around 58K. Around 58 freaking K is Bitcoin. Ethereum's around $2,600. XRP is around 58 cents. And Solana's around $140. Isn't that funny? I can know that without even looking at it. It's just kind of what it is. The market is just doing what the market does, fam. It's just doing what it does. It's the numbers. We're just ranging. We're just ranging, family. We're just ranging sideways. So there it is. I wanted to share that with you guys. Awesome to be able to do a drive time video for you. It's just an interesting time to be early in this space, and just to think about that we're early. But anyway, I started this whole video with listening to the CEO of Marathon, the mining company, and he's just telling some crazy, amazing thing that's what's going on with Bitcoin mining is blowing people's mind. It is crazy. Let me ask you this. Are you still wrapped up on the 2017 Bitcoin mining thesis of expensive electricity, energy? Are you still on that? Or have you upped your game and leveled up your knowledge about what's really going on in Bitcoin mining? Just a question to ask. If you got a moment, you can YouTube. You can CEO of Marathon Digital and Robert Breedlove. Check out that interview. This is the second or third time that I've listened to the CEO of Marathon. Really, 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 really smart guy. It's probably why I think there aren't they. It's probably why they like #1 in mining. Very, very smart guy. It would blow your mind what's going on in Bitcoin mining. It would blow your mind. Or are you still stuck on seeing the data centers and seeing all the miners? Is your mind still stuck on that? All right, fam, so there it is. I want to keep this video short. I appreciate you guys checking in. I hope this wraps up your XRP Ripple drive time news. I hope it has been of value to you. If it has, do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you happen to be in that 45 to 50% of people that listen to, hanging out, watching the crypto season, haven't subscribed to the channel, we're trying to get that number down to about 25%. We're on a goal and a mission to do that, and you can do your part by just hitting that subscribe button right now. And don't forget to ring that notification bell, baby, so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm gonna end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this: that old money doesn't want you to win, but that's okay though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this, perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.